Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's get things going here because I've got one mission. Well, actually I've got several missions, but I got one mission, and that mission is we are going to space. Buzzkill, Crimson, Catonia, Steven, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to space. One way or the other, we're going to space. But as usual, I gotta kind of remember what the heck we were doing the last time we were here because I kind of don't. I'm also coming in very late and flustered because it's been a crazy week. It's just been a crazy week. I had Monday, I had very minor and very innocuous surgery on my mouth. But I'm like, hey, that's the moneymaker. Let's make sure we take care of that. But that knocked me out for a day. And then it's been kind of a crazy week. Mrs. Dave and I have been talking about a bunch of stuff for, you know, our future and things like that. And it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But don't worry. The geniusosity will continue. Hashtag geniusosity. There will be mastodons in space. That's entirely true. We're going to get all of the mastodons that we have and then put them in space. Ideally with us as well. That would be the long-term goal, is that they would come with us. So what was I doing the last time I was here? Was there a reason I was building another solar generator? Because that doesn't seem like something I need, is it? Where am I at with power? Okay, we landed here, we got the chem fuel out of here, and we loaded up on chem fuel. We've got our big new tanks ready to go. We put a bunch of extra batteries around. I was going to put in a chem fuel generator for the sole purpose of having some power when we get into space. And I think I was going to put up another oxygen Whoozy McWhatsit here. For not in my airlock, like literally anywhere except where my airlock is right now. That all sounds about right, doesn't it? I've got a campfire going over here too. Apparently I plan to spend more time here than I thought I was going to. Let's make sure I'm destroying nature. Let's just start with that. We've done beam weapons. Oh, neat! Lasers are in play. Oh, team, we're going to get lasers. It's going to be very, very exciting if you're into lasers, and I know I am. Okay. So somebody in comments somewhere on one of the many RimWorlds that I'm doing finally figured out where that engine goes. It's here. It's in shuttle. This is where we need the engine thing. The shuttle engine, it's here. So this is for, like, long-range shuttle-y stuff. Can't get there yet because we need transport pods. So we may as well start researching that. I've got the engine. I may as well use it. You know what I don't have is actually coffee living inside of my face. Hang on. There we go. Better. So I guess I was planning on staying here for longer than I thought. Where am I going to put a chem fuel generator around here that wouldn't completely bork everything else I'm doing in my life? What is this? Oh, that's the kid's gas mask. Yeah. Licinius here, Lucy. Yeah, you got a thing. Remind me who you are again? You're just like random people who came by and you're hanging out. Okay, we're probably going to wait for you to leave, or might take you with us. There's no particular... I could leave you on an asteroid. That would be wicked funny. Just leave you there. Like, hey, you're in space. Neat, huh? Congrats. Okay, I'm going to build another oxygen Whoozy McWhatsit thing here. So, Odyssey, yeah, there we go. What does the orbital scanner do again? Passively scans for irregular objects orbiting the planet. Okay, probably wouldn't want that unless we're going to stay here for a very long time. But let's do an oxygen thing, like, here. Like, in the ship. I think this is smart. I think this is a sensible thing to be doing. In that we will actually have oxygen in the ship in case we don't have it. Paul, what's your problem with life? Your problem is what? Your shirt. Okay, Paul, it's a bit of a disorganized nightmare around here. Do you think you can find a shirt somewhere and just, like, not bother me at all? That one's 51%. You're going to hate that very, very soon. I don't know, Paul. This is a good one. Oh, Thule's got eyes on that one. Thule already grabbed that one. Sorry, kid. Thule had eyes on that. Paul, I'm gonna do my best to find you another shirt, dude. There we go. There's one right there. Okay, found your shirt, kid. Just try not to bother me ever with anything. And then what? We're building the oxygen thing. So what are we building over here? A shirt, okay. And we're working on a vac suit helmet over here, so that's all going to be good stuff. Let's get... this is taking up unnecessary space. Let's just go ahead and get that stuff out of there. So give me a dumping stockpile zone where we can put chunks, basically. No. Thank you. Come back. So don't put corpses in there, but you can put anything else in there. Buzzkill, we all miss the roaming murder parties. And burglary. We kind of start with the murder and then go into burglary. I mean, after murder, who cares about burglary? And if you're going to take someone out, you may as well take their stuff while they're at it. How are we doing on food? Food looks remarkably good, actually. How are we doing on that? Yeah, 125 meals. 125 meals. What else are we supposed to be cooking in here? So, get some packaged survival. We haven't really done anything with fine meals yet. We've got a little bit of Psych IT kicking around, but not much. Let's see what we can put together here. Let's get things moving a little bit faster here. Now, talk to me about lasers. No, like really, talk to me about lasers. I want to talk about lasers. Where is that? Is that in here? Yeah, beam repeater or beam gracer. I don't know what that is. That looks more like a sniper rifle kind of thing. How many advanced components do I have? 7. Ooh, I know what the beam repeater does. That's more like a shotgun kind of thing. Or a beam gracer. Well, give me some info on this. What is this? What does it do? Gamma ray laser, sweeping beam. Okay, pierce thick armor and ignite targets. It sets them on fire. Yay! Talk to me about the other thing, the repeater. I kind of know what that is. So, let's see. A gamma ray burst, rapid sequence, pierces shields, but doesn't set anyone on fire. So my options are set people on fire or not set people on fire. Huh. Wow, that's a tough choice when you get down to it, isn't it? What does this require? This takes less advanced components. And I've got a quantity of plasteel. I'm going to get us a laser because, well, you know, laser, really? I don't think I need to add anything to that. Just laser. No, don't be in, stick close to the ship. Were we leaving? I'm very confused as to what I was doing last time. Were we leaving? Are we facing a raid of some sort? Why are we all in... Just everybody go in unrestricted for night right now. And then that's the problem. That's the problem. We've got mechs. Okay, that's fine. We just need a no mech zone. We don't need to all be in the ship. So, show me, like, what's my no mech zone now? Yeah, it's fine. Everything is fine. You guys have all got to stop panicking. Everybody's panicking all the time. Okay, so everybody be in no mechs, and then all the animals in the no mech zone, please. Oh, wait, no, don't eat our food. Does that cover... Yeah, they're out of the mech range. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. And then all of the mechs need to be in... Well, the one mech needs to be in the no mech zone. Okay, everything is fine. Badger, welcome. Everything is fine now. I've fixed everything. I don't know why you're all panicking. I'm in full control of everything that's going on here, and I don't need any help whatsoever because I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. We're making some more stuff over here. Good. We're going to need a lot of chem fuel to get off the asteroid. What am I doing for wood these days? I've got a good quantity of wood. Wood is happening. We're getting the mastodons trained, which is excellent. More war mastodons is better than less. Ooh, and there's some components over there, too. Let's go mine those out. How are we doing on picking up all the chem fuel out of here? It looks like we've got, if not all of it, a vast portion of it. Yeah, I think we've kind of covered everything in here. Good. That's a phenomenal amount of chem fuel that I did not have to make for myself. That's fantastic. So, we've got 11 days till the mechs show up. What could I be doing in the meantime besides laser? I need like a shelf just for laser, because they're going to make that, and I'll have no idea where it is. And I'm going to have to search for it with the search function like a barbarian. Where's that? What are we making over there? An unfinished what? Oh, an unfinished minigun. Oh, we should finish that. I'd prefer to have a finished minigun than an unfinished minigun, if I'm honest about things. And I am. Chem fuel generator? We feeling chem fuel generator for this? It's not going to really cover all of my power. Can we use solar in space? Someone might need to Google that one. Like RimWorld, solar power, Odyssey, asteroid, something along those lines. Stench is fully healed. That's fantastic. I'm not really sure why Stench was injured. We probably had a raid of some sort. Paul, how are you doing? You're asleep, and Lucy is asleep. Okay. I think chem fuel generator. I can't imagine there's much wind in space for a wind turbine. And what are we doing here? The obsidian plate armor. Yeah, I can't wait to get that going. So Crimson's saying yes, we can use solar in space. So we may be able to. I can't pack these up, right? No, I'd have to deconstruct them and build them somewhere else later. This is broken. If somebody wants to go fix that, that'd be wicked cool. It sounds alarmingly like science, the whole solar power in an asteroid. I mean, I guess it depends which ways the asteroid is pointed. If the asteroid is pointed towards a solar object, like a sun, then yeah, it'll work great. But if you point it out into the cold, heartless void of space, then it may not function as well. What with it being all dark and stuff. We got a fish. Oh, cool. We found a fish. I mean, I say found it. We fished a fish out of the fish place where the fish live. So we've got a bass. Or, if you prefer, a bass. How low can you go? Death Row, would a brother know? Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Sorry, can't do it without... I can't say that word without saying the rest of it. So we found a fish. We have finally conquered fishing. It's a very exciting time around the old channel here. It's a very exciting time. We're getting some potatoes going on here. Our geothermal's looking good. Maybe some more batteries would not be the worst idea. I just don't really know where to put them. Oh, yes, I do. I could slide one right in here. Why does this not match this? It does, but the door's in a different place. Okay, somebody mentioned that in comments. Like, you should probably change that door because it's going to wig you out. You're right, it is. You're completely correct. So this one is right over here. And then I'll take that one out, build a wall there, and then I can stick another battery in there. And let's get another battery in the other side here. So one battery, please, right there. Right next to the exploding fuel. This will be great. This will be fantastic. Because when that blows, holy moly, is that thing going to blow. It's going to be big. Why are we leaving the kids' back gas mask here? This is terrible. Did we get our thing done? Yes, we did. Okay. So that's why the kids' gas mask is there. Burn any apparel that is less than, say, like 51. That's fine. Burn anything. And do that forever. And then also set up a bill in case it comes up to burn any tainted apparel. So nothing clean. All right, no clean apparel is going to go in there. And then do that forever. Okay, so if it's garbage, there it is, being burned right now. Hang on, coffee. Buzzkill, I'm here for you. This is what I do. I fix things so they're better. And then this gets deconstructed. And then I'll put a hull in there. And we'll put a battery over there. That's going to be a quantity of batteries. Maybe I'll just do solar panel in space. In the time that the batteries are going to drain down, I can probably get a few solar pieces up and running. That's probably my... And if not, I can hastily construct a chem fuel generator. Because I've got all the bits I need for it. These are full, right? Yeah, 750, 750, and then all of my small tanks are full. Transport pod is already done. Wow. All right, get the shuttle thing. I'm not going to build it, but I just want something to do with that engine. I could probably... This is 1,500 chem fuel. And these things are just 750 combined. So 3 of those is 1 of those. I think I should deconstruct this area. I think I should deconstruct all of these tanks. These don't really... I don't really need these anymore. Deconstruct all of these... Because it's all about space management here, and that's a perfectly good room that I could be doing something else in. What? I don't know, but I could be doing something else in that room that isn't storing fuel that I have already accounted for. All right, mech's coming in 10 days. Not a problem. This is fine. How's my door doing down here? We did the one door, but we haven't deconstructed the other door. Okay. We're building the solar panels. I'm not sure to what effect. I feel like I should probably abandon that. And we've got an unfinished obsidian longsword. What about fully charging batteries, then storing them uninstall until needed for power emergencies? Yeah, we kind of talked about that last week, which is something I never knew until either you or somebody else pointed out, that if you deconstruct, if you uninstall, not deconstruct, but if you uninstall a full battery and then reinstall it, it actually still has the full charge. But I don't know why I need to do that. Omka, welcome, welcome. I don't know why I need to do that, because, I mean, yes, it would save a little bit of space, but then I'd still have to reinstall them. I'd rather just take the charged batteries as is. If I was going, I don't know, not really sure under what circumstances I would need that. If I was doing, like, an away mission, like a quick hop, and then I was coming back here, like we're doing in the Sanguiphage run, where the ship is just used to go out, murder people, and then come back, then that would make way more sense. I would charge up a bunch of batteries, store them in the ship, install them when we got there, and then, bring them back and recharge them. But here, the batteries can just basically be batteries all the time. They don't really need to be uninstalled. So it's a great idea, but I don't think it's appropriate here, because all I do when we got there is reinstall them in exactly the same spot. And they can just be there in the first place, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, for shorter hops, it's a really good idea, but I don't know if it really works here. Like, is this carpet different? Right? Okay. So between men and women can discern more colors than men can. It's an evolutionary trait. This bit seems to be different from this bit. Is that correct or no? Or is it just a lighting thing? So where my cursor is now seems to be a different color than where my cursor is now. And I will need confirmation on that. This and now that I'm saying that, now that the light's coming up, that's kind of changing. Okay, I think we're good, but that looks weird. It might just be Mastodon poop. That's entirely possible. It might be so saturated with, like, okay, so do you ever own a cat and the cat throws up on the carpet? You scrub it out, and it throws up again, you scrub it out. And the color is never quite the same on the carpet because you've scrubbed it out so many times. I think that's what's happening here. We've scrubbed out so much Mastodon poop that the color of the carpet is in fact changing, which is understandable. There's been a lot of Mastodon poop. I can't say that enough times. The quantity of filth that is just in this ship at all times is bordering on unimaginable. Tolkien-esque levels of epic Mastodon poop. Now, Tolkien never specifically discussed Mastodon poop, but he had plans to. There was going to be a whole other book about that. Like the Silmarillion, but more focused on Mastodon poop. So, that. Is it a stockpile area? Yeah, okay, that's probably what it is. That's probably what's going on there. It just looks like a slightly different color, and it's wigging me out. Speaking of things that wig me out, Stench, what are you doing? You're consuming a simple meal. Could you deconstruct that door real quick? Because that's going to wig me out. That's going to be a problem. And then let's copy the hull right there. Okay. How's the no real movement on the battery over here? No real movement on anything. Nobody's really doing anything around here. Hey, Paul and Lucy, I would love it if you buggered off real soon, because we want to go to space and you're stopping us. Okay, just for argument's sake, are we ready to launch? We are ready to launch. Okay. So I've got 2250 stored chem fuel, but they haven't deconstructed those things yet. If, for argument's sake, I wanted to fly into space right now, how would that go? All right, how would this all go about here? So like this one here, what's in here? Plasteel, okay. That is uranium, that is silver, that'd be pretty fun. So if I wanted to go there, do it from where you do it from, Dave. So do the launch thing, view range, okay, go to orbit. No, go to orbit. Why are you saying I can't go over there? 420, beyond maximum range. You sure about that? Can I just get over here? Beyond maximum range. Darn it! Darn it! I can't quite get up there, and there's nothing good here. Mark, welcome. Maybe I do need to get that shuttle thing. Because the shuttle is the thing that will get us into orbit, basically. So shuttle. Used for long-distance travel or to reach orbit. Shuttle engine, which can be bought from orbital traders. Okay. Let's see what happens when this all comes together, when the shuttle thing comes together. Vaxstone, yeah, no, I need the Vaxstone. But I can't get, there's nothing here. So go to orbit. There's just not quite something there. Just not quite something there. It's just literally just out of reach. No, go back. Yeah, go back to orbit. Just out of reach. Okay, so what if we... That's sort of northeast. All right, what if we just went northeast? Can you make larger thrusters to go further? Maybe. Can I do bigger thrusters? How thrusty can I get? I could if I had Vaxstone. You see my problem, Poxitive. The whole point of this is I need Vaxstone to get the larger thrusters. I suppose I could go somewhere, hastily construct the shuttle, go up, get some backstone, come back, and then get the larger thrusters. Okay. I can't get... I mean, it's saying just only from orbital asteroids. Unless a trader happens to show up who weirdly has backstone, which we've never seen before, then I think I'm kind of boned until I can get into space. So look at the world map again. That cat was kind of... No. Look at us. That cat was kind of northeast. So if I went up sort of here-ish, I might be able to get up in my next jump. I suppose... Do the asteroids move? That's a concern. I mean, they do in, like, the real world. Like, will this drift into range at some point? Could that be cool if it did that? I don't think it's gonna, though. Maybe it will. Okay, we've got a new project team. Over the next 1 or 2 game days, we're going to look at that rock. I know. This is the sort of quality entertainment that you are tuning in for. All right? We're going to look at the rock. Okay? So we're going to watch the rock, and we're going to see what the rock does. And if the rock gets us over here, then we're good. We're good. So just do that one more time. I just kind of want to see what the actual problem is. Go there, and that is just out of range. Beyond maximum range. Okay. If as people are suggesting, we added another thruster or two. Okay, what would it cost me to just add a thruster or two and just see if that works? I've got... Do I have any... I don't have any gravlight panels, do I? We used the last gravlight panels to put the extra thrusters on. Okay, there's some holes in the plan, guys. It was... What is this? Oh, it's a bass. Okay. Or a base. How low can you go? Death Row, would a brother know? Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. There's holes in the plan in that I don't have any gravlight panels, so I physically can't add any thrusters right now without reorganizing the ship in some way. How would I do that? I could knock a bit out of Grime into Hook's bedroom, and we may only be able to connect 4. I think Poxiv's actually right. I think you can only connect 4 thrusters to this thing. So I'm not really sure. Okay, you know what? We're going back to watching the rock. All right, we've taken our eye off the ball here, or indeed the rock. So we're going back to our plan A of today, which is as a team, as a group, we're going to watch the rock. And we're going to see if the rock moves over the course of the day. Technically, the rock is probably not moving. We are. But you get the idea. So we're going to watch the rock. Again, it's plan watch the rock. Okay, if you want to write that down, make a note of that. It is plan, it's good title. You know, if you're going to make a little report about this, the title would be plan, watch the rock. Okay, so we're going to watch the rock, and we're going to see what the rock does. And then we are going to reevaluate the rock status and reconvene and basically make up a new plan after that. That hopefully is not plan watch the rock. Because watch the rock is, well, it's not my most exciting plan. I've done better. So I can't add thrusters because A, I don't have any more gravlight panels to add a thruster in. This would be a good spot for some extra thrusters because that'll just miss the existing ones. But I can't do that because I don't have any more gravlight panels. Okie dokie. Could somebody, like, wicked fill this in? Because this is kind of bugging me that nobody is doing this. Who's supposed to be on constructionizing? Stench, you're asleep. Could you not? Could you actually get up and work on the hull? Because if we have to leave in a hurry for some reason, we're going to be real boned when there's a huge hole in the ship, aren't we, kid? Huge hole in the ship. Stench, why are you not constructing things at all? You don't seem to be... You're number 1 on cooking. That's kind of the problem. Back that off. We've got a lot of meals, kid. Just focus on construction for right now. So we're on plan watch the rock. What planet was it that you have to go to get the ore for the gravlight panels? Any asteroid will do it, Stephen. So all the asteroids have the grav core stuff, or the whatever it is, Vaxstone. Is there any place close to get more panels? Maybe. They're all Vaxstone. It's like Vaxstone with this, Vaxstone with that. It's like ordering Chinese food. It's like Noodles with a special sauce. Noodles with chicken. You're always getting noodles. Noodles are not happening. Do you have the space for panels? Okay, so let me address all of your concerns. Yes, I have the space for more panels because we added the new Who's-It. So I've actually got quite a bit of room to grow. Almost 200 panels I could put in here. However, I don't have any panels. So let's go back to addressing all of your concerns here, which is there anywhere to get panels nearby? And nearby looks like it would be that one over there. That's got a grav core, or over here. And they're more or less about the same distance, not really, but basically kind of the same distance. In terms of which is more pleasurable, where would we go here? Dry regions. This is just a desert. That one's just a desert. This is what? That's evil mechs who are lurking and awakening and killing again. Oh, a gold mining worksite. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Who wants to go on a murder party? Oh, hi. Hello, gold mining site. Hello. It's only 204 gold. That's actually not that much. Is it worth murdering 6 people for 204 gold? I mean, the short answer is yes, of course it is, because it's always fun. It's never not going to be fun. But is it really worth it? I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Okay, so... Oh, you know what we're not doing? We've taken our eye off the rock. Let's go look at Watch the Rock. Okay, let's go look at Watch the Rock. Except don't do it from there. Do it from your max range. So, Watch the Rock. Rock not really moving, is it? Yeah. Rock's not really moving at all. The plan's going well in the watching the rock part. The watching the rock part is going great. The plan of the rock moving is less good. So if I was going to go and try and get some more panels, obviously I should shoot... No. Go. Stop doing things. Obviously I should shoot towards the most evil one over here that has all the, like, bad mechs and stuff in it. And not the nice one over here that doesn't have mechs in it. Nothing down here, right? No, not that we're aware of anyway. Okay, show me my max range again, please. So, where could I get to? I could squeeze in over here. I mean, beyond maximum range. Don't tell me such nonsense. I don't think they move either. I think we've done enough with Plan Watch the Rock. I think we're going to abandon Plan Watch the Rock in favor of a different plan, which is I gotta move. So, where could I go over here? Like, what's this? This is Cave Network. Anything interesting over there? Not really. And this is Arid Shrubland. Why are the Gravcore stuff never anywhere fun? They're just never fun. It's always somewhere awful and terrible. And look, Hornet Rampart. Hornet Rampart. Do you really want to go to Hornet Rampart? I'd rather go back to Betty's Hellscape. At least Betty, we had a good time with the lava plans. Do we have anything over here that's not terrible? Like, I'd love to just hop in here. But no, here we are. So I guess we'll just go as far as we can. We'll just go as far as we can with that. So, what's over here? Arid Shrubland, growing period, no pollution, that's good. Sandstone, granite, and marble. Okay, I think none of my plans really come together, although this plan came together, the plan where we deconstruct these things. That came together just fine. Okay, 8 days till the mech threat. What else do I really need here? I need to put that extra battery down. Why are you not charging? You're probably not connected to anything. Yeah, you're not connected at all. So, hidden conduit in there and there. And then let's do the same down here, like that. And let's put in another battery here. Okay. So, next plan is we're out. And I'm going to just briefly... I was going to do Plan Watch the Rock again, but I don't think it's moving. And apparently Google says it isn't. So we won't bother with that. I do have so much explosive fuel. This could be like a nuclear holocaust if this thing goes up. It's going to be ridiculous. Are we making any moves with the laser, guys? How about the laser? Oh, did we not add a laser? Oh, add a laser. No, I want a laser. Yeah, make one of those. Don't not make a laser. if you're given the option between making a laser or not, go ahead and make the laser. And in fact, bump that up. This is a priority laser that we're making here. I would, and how are we doing on the things here? We're just really not getting a lot done. What? Oh, a solar flare. Neat. Lost all my electricity. Well, I lost all my power. I still technically have electricity, per se. Although that will drain rapidly. Oh, bye, Crimson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming by. Okay, let me just get through the solar flare, and then I think we're out of here. In fact, I think we can start deconstructing some of these panels. Get maybe some components off of that. And then when we leave, we're going to try and take the kids here with us, Paul and Lucy, to... otherwise, they're just going to get all sad, and they're like, hey, you abandoned us with a bunch of mechs. Hang on, coffee. So we will try to take them with us. I think there is an option for that. And then they'll be happy, and then they'll give me a really, really good reward later. And it is. When these guys say they're going to give you a good reward, they are not messing around. They give really good rewards. Oh, amazing stuff. That's why I always do the refugee quests. Free labor, and they always give amazing rewards when they're done. And if they betray you, sometimes you can take them prisoner and make them colonists anyway. Oh, now we're getting construction done. Now we're all about the construction. Nobody said, what is this zone? What is this zone for? Identify yourself. Plant matter. Oh, is this for... Oh, it's for smoke leaf. You can put psychoid leaves there, too. That's cool. That's fine. We should probably try and grow more narcotics when we get there. If we get more panels, we make those solar things permanent. Yes. Yeah, and it wouldn't take too much. Again, I've got some room to spare. I've got, whatever, 187 panels I could theoretically put on this thing. And with the larger tanks, that's going to help to conserve space. Again, that's a whole room that I don't really have a firm plan for at this point. I'm not really sure what that's going to be. I was thinking about some of the biotech stuff, because I could get the mech gestator in there. Show me how big that is. Oh, wow, that's a big old thing. I could technically squeeze it in here. Technically, and then I could get the thingamajiggy, the subcore encoder somewhere else. Or I could put those up here. Or I could transform that into a very tiny but functional throne room. Bresme, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bresme, you missed plan Watch the Rock, okay, for one thing. All right, that's what you missed. You missed plan Watch the Rock. It was a very exciting plan, and you were not a part of it. Oh, wow, we already deconstructed those. That was quick. That was super quick. Great, good. These batteries are connected, not actually charging, because I did just take down all those solar panels. Okay, let's bounce. Deconstruct that. And then I think I will put up a chem fuel generator in here. If only a temporary one, just to keep some power going in our sort of like interim period when we're kind of getting power set up. So give me a hidden conduit like right to there. Just as a stopgap measure. I can always deconstruct it later. Yeah, it was plan Watch the Rock. I'll update you. I'm not going to leave you in the dark about such a plan. So our plan was to go into space. What we have learned is that we can't go anywhere good because the rock is just beyond maximum range. So what we did is plan Watch the Rock, in which we watched the rock to see if the rock moved during time, over time. It does not. So we've abandoned plan Watch the Rock in favor of We Out. That's our new plan. The plan is We Out. Deconstruct this. All of this can go. I think we're good on everything else. Did you guys already get... Wow, you guys are fast. Stench, could you just... You're doing the chem fuel generator. Okay, cool. You're building hidden conduit. Thule, you're hauling steel. That's actually really good. Could you actually haul the component instead? Because I've got steel. Steel exists. I'm a little more focused on the components. I don't want to leave any of those behind. We're working on more vac suits. That's cool. So, Bresme, what we're up to now is the rock is to the northeast. So we're going to go northeast and kind of hope for the best. Certainly when we get there, we're going to reinvestigate plan Watch the Rock. The mechs are technically close. 7 days is plenty of time. We got mechs on the map right now. I mean, they're over here. We're just actively avoiding them. We're really aggressively avoiding them. We're like, no, we are not coming anywhere near you. Oh, and we've got a new airlock. You may have missed that. So we have a brand new airlock here, which is an actual airlock. Not like a RimWorld airlock, but it's an actual airlock that, has air, for one thing. Okay, that's up. They'll get some fuel in that momentarily. Any last-minute things that we want to take care of? And I believe the answer is pretty firm no. I'm not worried about deconstructing all the rest of our stuff. It's all broadly fine. Yeah, we gotta go, because the batteries are all... Oh, somebody did fuel that. That'll help. The batteries are already dipping down here. So I think we're on plan we out. So let's go. Let's launch. Okay, so I don't want to force the visitors to leave. I want them to stay here. But I do want the animals and the mechs. Okay, yes, everyone is going. Thank you very much. Okay, so Paul and Lucy are coming with us. And we're going to get out of here. We're going to go northeast, and then when we get there, we're going to re-examine Plan Watch the Rock. It's a very exciting plan. I know you're excited about it. You're probably jumping up and down, going, yay, another chance at Plan Watch the Rock, because I missed the first one. We're just stumbling over... We can't go far enough, and we can't build the things to get us to go far enough because we need things that are in space, and we can't get into space. It's a bit of a catch-22, as the kids say these days. Hashtag catch-22. Yes, I would like to launch, please. Yes, everybody get in the ship. Okay, so at bare minimum, we want to go northeast because we can work towards getting to this thing over here. I don't want to go over there, but that's what we might do. So talk to me again. We've got caves here. Okay, no pollution, nothing like that. We're going to get the agave. It's another desert. It's another desert over here. What about, say, here? That's, again, more desert. All right, more agave flute. That's the Hornet Rampart. Everyone's going to be telling their grandkids about Plan Watch the Rock. Sure, let's just go over here. Yeah, what the heck? It's northeast. It's vaguely closer to the next thing of like gravcore and panels and all of that. Let's just head over there. The ship's looking very good. I've constructed a very spaceship-looking spaceship. I'm very pleased with my ship. It's an excellent ship. It's the best ship ever because it's a part of genius. Hashtag geniusosity. Remember to use the move the ship button. Yes! I really need them to reverse that. Okay, so I think any gamer, we automatically go to the right. Okay, we go to the right. But I've actually got my finger off the mouse right now so I don't accidentally click something. I feel your first option should be to move the landing zone. I feel that should be your default, would be to move it. And then the not so default option should be to confirm it. So, oh yeah, we're going to want to move. Oh yeah, we're not going to be we don't want to be any part of this nonsense. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, we've landed in Bug Central. Okay, cool. Neat. I mean, we could take on some bugs. I'd rather not, but we could take on some bugs. Again, I'd really prefer we didn't. Okay. So let's move the landing zone. I'm thinking here-ish, because that is right next to everything I want, which is mostly that rich soil. I'm surrounded by bugs. I'm going to have... Oh, the no-bug zone here is going to be very restrictive, let me assure you. All right, land there. That's where I want. Confirm that, please. We are in Bug Central. Hopefully I can put together enough chem fuel to refuel the tanks, because this is precious few trees out here. Very, very few trees. Okay, slam it into pause mode. Let's get the new no-bug zone kicking along here. So I should have... I've got a no-mech zone. I've got... yeah, we need a new zone. So I think we probably get rid of the no lava zone. Yeah. And now it's going to be the no-bug zone. No bug zone. Thank you. All right. And let's... How do I want this to go? Do I want to just invert this? Just say, okay, how about this? It's just like this area. Like, this is going to be very restrictive. I might have to go in there and kill those guys. But this is going to be like super restrictive. Yeah, like that. I don't want them going anywhere near those bugs. Okay, that does put me in 2 geothermals. In fact, I'll extend out a little bit like that. 2 geothermals I can get at right away. Let's just start the party here, all right? This is the party that's starting right now. So, party time, geothermal. Go power conduit to there. All right, and then just for giggles, throw down some solar panels in there. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's get some growing areas going. So, do a zone. Again, I would like to focus on hardcore narcotics if we could. I don't know how long we're going to be here, but let's make sure we're doing hardcore narcotics. So, smoke leaf can go in there. Food schmood. We're growing hardcore narcotics here. Freelance pharmaceuticals. It's the wave of the future. You know what? That one can be potatoes. That's fine. And then back to the narcotics. So this one here could be, say, psychoid. So that. All right. Should probably get beer going at some point, but that's a lot of infrastructure. You need a bench, and then you need the barrels. Then, yeah, I don't know about that. We'll think about that. And then this could go like this. This could be maybe just some rice, something nice and fast. Okay. That's a lot for them to do. A lot for them to do. Your RimWorld run is not going well, so it's nice to see some geniusosity. It is. It's refreshing, isn't it? You know, your RimWorld run is not going spectacular, and you're like, you know what would cheer me up? Some geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. And here we are. And it is yours to enjoy, to your delight, as the kids say, to your delight. And then you can also be in the no-bug zone. Okay. I think I'd like to use this space for the mech stuff. It'd be super handy if we had more mech stuff around here. So could I get the mech tech thing, the gestator? I could put it all over here. That would not be that hard. Put that over there. And boy, this generator's kind of in the wrong place. I've kind of blocked off a corner there. And then the subcore encoder. I don't need the encoder for long. I can just bang out a bunch of subcores and then deconstruct that thing. It's the gestator I need. Okay. Now what are we going to do? Really what we're going to do is just sit here and wait for the thing to be ready to launch again. When is that, by the way? Oh, 2.6 days. That's not bad. That was a pretty good landing that we did there. You know what I say? Any landing where you can walk away, murder some people, take all their stuff, and eat them, that's a good landing. That's a good landing. You lost one to a cougar. 5 minutes later, lost another. Kind of logged out from a bit after there. Sometimes you do that with RimWorld. I've had many runs where I'm like, nope, this colony's just done. You get a vibe. After a couple thousand hours or so, you get a vibe. Like, this colony's going downhill. And I'm just not feeling that right now. When I'm playing it for you guys, that's where the geniusosity shines. But when I'm playing it on my own time, I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to start again. Nah, I don't really feel that. I'm just not feeling it. Oh, actually, thank you, Buzzkill, for reminding me. We want some cotton. We would like to get some cotton going around here. So, do a growing zone, because I'm not going to get any more shag carpet. Oh, that's a terrible zone. I'm not getting any more shag carpet. How about we make this cotton? Okay, so do cotton in there. And then I'll just do rice, like, over here or something. Rice grows quickly anyway. I don't really care if it's, you know, in an optimal zone. So this can be a nice big rice field right over here. There we go. Okay, so we'll get some cotton going because, again, we need more shag carpeting around here. And then we'll get on the... Oh, we're already working on this. Yeah, Paul's already in here. Good job, Paul. Well, thank you for coming with us, by the way. I appreciate that. Yeah, my batteries are already drained. I mean, the generator's nice, but it's just... I'm gonna deconstruct that for right now because it's kind of just taking up space. I might redo that later when we actually get into space of any kind. And I'm sure they haven't refueled this yet, right? Oh, wow, they have. 750, 750. Holy moly, they refueled that quick. Awesome. Good. Can I check my range? Okay, here we go. We're back to plan Watch the Rock again. So, could I theoretically... Yes! Okay. Yes, I can go into space. Finally. So I can get there. It's only 200 chem fuel, too. I can get there at some point. So I just got to go, like, below where the rocks live. The only problem with going this way is, like, everything else was over here. So there's not really a lot of action on this side over here. Play and Watch the Rock has gone exceptionally well now. Exceptionally well. In that we watched the rock and now we are under. Oh, Paul wants to join. Probably. Probably. You're pretty decent, right? Yeah, you're actually very good. Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. You can definitely join. Are you kicking your kid out? Yeah, absolutely you can join. No problem there. I mean, I don't want to take like 1,000,000 people, but Paul's very, very solid at things. He's really good. Good shooting, melee, crafting. I mean, he can't do any of this stuff, but his crafting more than makes up for it, as does his intellectual, and mostly the shooting. Paul, no, Paul. No. No, we don't wear terrible clothes, and that means not wearing a vac suit, thank you. You can clear those ones, though. No, we don't wear vac suits, Paul. That was the mistake I made when we started this. Now I've got 3 terrible vac suits. All right, we've done a shuttle. Okay, now that I know I just need to be under the rock, I may not really need that. But what should we do now? What do we feel like doing? We've got all kind of the medical things. That's all covered. Go into... Again, why do I need Starflight Basics? I literally have a ship. We're slowly learning flesh shaping, which is about as good as you're going to do. There's only so fast you can do that. Obviously, we can't get into mech tech. Do, I don't know, long-range mineral... Like, maybe we'll go into deep drilling. I don't know if we're going to be anywhere long enough to do that. What am I missing on... Oh, I need the tech print for that. Go back a little bit. Is there stuff back here I want? How about... Are we going to be somewhere long enough to do Devil Strand? Harpsichord? Maybe. Hydroponics is a fantastic idea, but boy, that is a power drain and a size problem. It's just, it takes so much room to make it worthwhile. Do something rather than nothing. So do, you know what? Fire foam would probably be an awesome idea if we finish that out. I feel in an enclosed area in space, that's pretty much the last place you want fire. I'm no astronautologist, but I bet they have strict fire control when you go off into space. They're like, no, seriously, do not have a fire up here. Like, please do not have a fire up here. There's an eclipse. That's fine. We'll kind of cope with that. That's okay. There's a... Oh, wait. Lucy wants to join. Hang on. Hang on. Everyone wants to join. Is it because we took you with us on our ship? Remind me, are you... I mean, you're a small child. There's only so good you're going to be. I feel like got to. You know what? I'm taking the kid. I'm taking the kid. Yep. All right, everybody's in. All right, everybody's in. Okay, Lucy, don't wear, like, terrible clothing. Hang on. Don't wear a vac suit, basically. Don't wear a vac suit. Okay, everyone's in. Everyone's having a good time now. We've done the subcore encoder. So let's get basic subcore. I don't know, try and make, like, 3 of them, 4 of them. Who's supposed to be... What? Oh, Shield's on a food binge. That's fine. We've actually got plenty of food. And we've still got a lot of raw food. There's still more food we can make. Who is... Knife, you're my mechanator, right? You're... yes, Mechlink. Okay, cool. So you need to be on smithing, because that's the subcore who's in what's it there. So smithing, #1, please. You're wicked into smithing right now. Back that off, and then just make subcores for right now until I feel like saying no. And then I can deconstruct that. I don't need it after that. I just need the subcores out of it. Hang on, coffee. Omka, that could certainly be the new Harry Igor. In fact, you know what? I think it will be. So let's... no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's... Okay, so... First name that. Nickname. Igor... What is this? My 3rd Igor? I think that's Igor 3.0. Pretty sure that's Igor 3.0. Yep, it's Igor 3.0 now. Thank you, Buzzkill, for confirming that. I was pretty sure it was that. Oh, wow, we already ripped through fire foam. Cool. What? Do something rather than nothing. So just do the gene processor. Finish that out. And then I'll think about more research as we go along. I want to think about what I really want to do with this room, because the subcore encoder will not be there forever. I see Knife's on the case, making subcores there. And no, I just kind of keep half an eye on the bugs, in case they do something squirrely. No. Okay. And it looks like we get everything planted very, very quickly. Great. Good. I don't know how long we're going to be here. I might be here just long enough to get this recharged and then go to space. Ooh, I should think about how much wood do I have left? 178. That's not very much, but it wasn't very much to get in and out of space. It was like 200 chem fuel. I've been saving up thousands of chem fuel to go into space. It was very, very reasonable. So, now what? Now what do I want to do with my time? Do I know how to rip genes out of people? I know I'm researching a thing right now, but do I already know how to rip them out? I do! Oh, excellent, good. Maybe I'll get that going on. How likely am I to really use that? I mean, you know you love ripping genes out of people. It just fills your heart with glee, Dave. But are we really going to do that? That's not a bad idea. We should actually just probably wall this area off just in case. Just in case. So I'm going to need to extend the no-bug zone for a brief period of time. What do I have for... I've got so many stone blocks. All right, the subcore is done. Cool. Deconstruct. Actually, uninstall it in case we need it at another point. And then let's make... What do I have right now? I've got a lifter. Okay. How about we make, to deal largely with the mastodon poop, a cleaner. All right, get me a clean sweeper, please. A heavy-duty one. A very, very heavy-duty one. What is our general plan? The general short-term plan is to get into space, because what we need is Vaxstone. Okay. If we don't have Vaxstone, there's not too much further we're going to be able to go without just kind of stagnating at going from point to point and getting, the Odyssey stuff like the grav-like panels and whatnot. So that's our short-term plan. After that, what I'd really like to do is land somewhere and actually set up permanent defenses and wait for the mechs. I want to see what they're really like when they get here. Speaking of defense, how are we doing on my laser, kids? Are we doing my laser? I see we've got Paul's working on the laser. Good job, Paul. That's probably going to be for you. That is probably going to be your laser. So, yeah, let's get some things blocked off here. So, marble. We've got a good bit of marble. So, do a marble wall like this. And then maybe another one sort of here. That will cover... I don't want... Oh, tough to put one over here because they might see us doing it. So for right now, let's just extend the zone so they can get that done. So the no-bug zone now can go into there and also over there. And they'll be able to get that done. Okay, I also really could use some trees chopped down to just keep the wood coming in case we need more chem fuel. There's like no trees here. But just in case there are, go ahead and destroy all of them because trees are for suckers. Yeah, the getting into space is the current plan. Speaking of which, how are we doing on... I see a lot of vac suits in here. A lot of vac suits. In fact, it looks like we occupied the shelf that I had only for vac suits. We've already got one mech gestating right now. Neat. Cool. Rice is going in. This is all looking phenomenally good. I'm a little confused at how well things are going here. Thuli's cleaning up, but you won't have to do that for much longer. We're going to have that covered pretty soon. How many... Well, I'm going to say how many mech rechargers do I have? I only have one because I only need one right now, Dave. You've only got the one mech. You don't really need that many. Are the batteries charging? Broadly, yes. Very slowly, but broadly, yes. Okay, between the geothermal and the 3 solar things, that should be totally fine. And then, again, what was my countdown on leaving? 20 hours. We could be out of here fairly soon. And I'm inclined to do that. I'm inclined to just go into space for the simple reason that I'd like to go into space and get stuff. Remind me who's going to be on the mining team, because we're going to have 3 vac suits ready to go. Everyone else is going to have to stay inside. So the mining team is going to be Thule, definitely. And then probably, well, 3, 4, maybe Stench. Shield can't do squat, and then a totally 0. Maybe Paul. Paul can go out there, and Igor 3.0 is terrible, but would get better. Does this plan have any land that is green? I know, Buzzkill. We've been in the desert for so long. So very, very long. I'm also curious once we get into space to find out what happens when you come down. Because theoretically, I should be able to land anywhere. I should be able to let this planet just spin underneath me until I get to the spot I want. But I kind of got a feeling it's not going to work out like that. If I didn't go into space, I could hop over here and then hop over to the terrible, awful mech place. We are, looking at this, we are in a desert. Like, we're so not where green things are. We've just been hopping around this desert for... I am sick of the desert, too. Do I have airlock sails? I do. I do. I have airlocks right here, Positive. So I got the little back barrier right in here, and that should be just fine. Somebody complimented me on my airlock. They said that was a very good airlock. So it must be, because it's on the internet, so it's true. Also, I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. What could I be doing with my time? Why are the mastodons not... Yeah, the mastodons are in the no bug zone. I think it's just bumming around the ship because they don't have anything else to do. All right, and what are we waiting on here? 16 hours for that. That's fine. Paul, when do you think you're going to be finishing that laser? Because it's a laser. And that's wicked cool, dude. Wicked, wicked cool. Yeah, without the solar panels, those batteries fall pretty quickly. How about, seeing as we really don't have anything better to be doing right now, I'm going to get another geothermal going. Got to keep somewhat of an eye on my steel, because I don't have unlimited steel here. Can we run this right through here, please? Where's this made out of? Oh, steel. Perfect. I will just deconstruct all of this. That's easy. So, deconstruct all of this stuff like that. Thank you. There's no roof there, right? You should probably check things like that, Dave. No, there's no roof there. Okay, we're fine. Everybody stop panicking. There's no roof there. Okay, let's just recap. No roof there. There are 0 roofs there. And how are we doing on... Food is still being kept up with, right? Yeah, 123, 122, that's fine. Everything's fine. Not really so much on the meals. Is there anything to kill here? Wow, no! That's a lot of bugs. That's so many... Oh, actually, there's a bunch of gazelles. Where are they? Oh, they're up in the middle of the bug zone. They're hardcore in Bugtown. They're on the main street of Bugtown. They're in, like, the tourist area of Bugtown. Can we make the kid a vac suit? We absolutely can. And it's not actually that big a deal to do it. Vac suits are fairly easy. We should probably do that. In fact, we just finished the helmet, so we've got some spare time here. So get rid of those, and let's do a vac suit, kid vac suit. And apparently they don't get helmets. It's just a one-size-fits-all thing. Hang on. Make one of those. What's the problem here? Primary ideology changed. Oh, apparently we're into hypersteelism now. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Hypersteelism is fine. I've visited a few hypersteelism churches. They're fine. They're perfectly lovely people. Oh, you were in the bathroom when I showed the airlock. Okay, I will show it to you again, just in case you are in and out of the bathroom. I don't know if you're having like one of those days or something. So yes, this is my airlock. The Mastodon just went through it. I was complimented on it. Somebody said it was a very good airlock. You have an army of elephants. Excellent. Mastodons are slightly better, but army of elephants, no problem there. So we'll make the key. Yeah, those shields are already on the kid vac suit. This is already a thing that's happening right now. So yeah, the kid can go out and do some mining. Igor 3.0. Igor 3.0, we don't have a good history with Igors. They commonly die. So just letting you know, you may not be the only Igor that ever happens. Geez, we're ready to launch already. Maybe we just split. Well, wait for the vac suit to be done, Dave. Hey, obviously, wait for the vac suit to be done. Don't leave without that. I think I just accidentally deconstructed the plans for those power lines. Yeah, I did. So do that, please. Thank you. I just love to land with the batteries fully charged. And then, how am I going to conquer... Well, we'll do solar up in space. And I can re-throw, like, another biofuel generator up there. Although, I don't have as... Well, I say I don't have as much biofuel. They're storing it in weird places. Because apparently I took out the zone for this. That's okay. That's fine. They can store it wherever the heck they want. So that is now connected. Good. That should be much better on the batteries. Okay. That should be topping those off nicely. Excellent. And we'll get all that deconstructed. That'll be some light steel. Light steel. Do we need one by the bedroom outside door? Well, my plan is to have everyone... you know what? I don't really know the answer to that question. But I can answer what I can do is when we get to the asteroid, forbid all of the doors that aren't in the airlock. And then everyone but the mining team is going to be inside. They're going to be restricted to the ship. And I'll just forbid every other door so they're forced to go through the airlock door. That's might be a simpler way of handling that. It probably is, what with Geniusosity and all. Speaking of which, let me check my stay in the ship now. Oh, we've done gene processor. Okay, I'll come back to that. Stick close to the ship is... let's just make sure we've got all the correct areas in here. Yeah, that is broadly all fine. We don't really need to go into the tank rooms, because they will go out into a forbidden area to go into a permitted area. We'll kind of have to call that as we see it. We'll just see how that goes. So yeah, when we get to the asteroid, I'll just lock all the other doors. And then we'll only use the door that goes in and out of there. And the only 3 people are going to be allowed outside is the mining team. And we'll put them on... Actually, slam it into pause mode for a while. What is... Manage apparel policies. What is the spacefarer? So that is, I would assume, only vac suits, right? Utility... Is it all vac suit stuff? Okay, you can have an orbital bombardment thing. MISC? Where are your vac suits? Yeah, you can wear pants if you want, but... I'll do it myself. You know what? I will do it myself. So, new thing. We're going to call this... Seriously... Don't die in space. Okay. And that's only going to be vac stuff. So, vac, whatever. Vac suit. So, clear everything. And then the only thing we're going to wear is vac suit helmets, vac suits, and vac suits. That's it. So, the team that goes into space, they're on the seriously don't die in space thing. Because the other one was confusing me, and it made me nervous and sweaty, and I don't like being sweaty. All right, now what? Form of steel. Oh, now they want a church. They want a church. Do I look like I got time for a church? I don't got time for a church. We need a research project. Wait, Paul Stanley died? Blood loss? Oh, Paul Stanley, where did you go? What? Where is my mastodon? How did you get down here? Paul Stanley? You weren't supposed to be in here. Now I'm down a mastodon. Where was that zone? No bug zone. How did you even get over there? You must have been... he must have been trying to go around. Like from one side to the other. Like all the way down there. And we walled that off and everything. I've lost a mastodon. Do I have any pregnant mastodons? Please say yes. You are pregnant, and I have 2 pregnant mastodons. Hey, good job, Bunny. Wow. Really a bit of a ladies' man there. That is very unfortunate. Oh, do we have my... Is my mech up? Is my mech done? Oh, it is. Neat. It's also being destroyed. Where is it? Yeah, you're way down there. Okay, All right. We need to deal with this nonsense, because it's already taken out my mech that I literally just made. You have a spear. That's terrible. You have a mace. That's also terrible. You're better armed. All of you guys can come. All right, everybody come over here. We're dealing with this nonsense right now. We're dealing with this nonsense right now. I'm not having this anymore. Now I've got to build like a space church. That's fussy. I don't really want to build a space church. Although, I mean, it's kind of fun, but I don't want to build a space church. But now I got to build a space church with space church stuff in it. Okay, everybody shoot a bug. Like, kind of now-ish. Thank you. Yeah, if you could all just shoot bugs, that'd be great. Thank you. More shooting of the bugs, please. Thank you. Come down here. Oh, Paul Stanley. We're very sad about you. It's not going to stop me from eating you. You understand that, right? Okay, this is all done. All right, allow that. More importantly, where'd that mech go? Because I wanted that. Where is it? Where does it go? It's right there. Okay, everybody's off draft. Knife, can you grab your mech, please? Disassemble it. Outside allowed area. Okay, cool. You can just temporarily... Knife, you can temporarily be unrestricted. Knife, go deal with your thing. Repair Clean Sweeper 1, please. And also, Thule, can you... it's outside the allowed area. Thule. You've got to be unrestricted here. So, you're also unrestricted. Again, it's not going to stop me from eating the Mastodon. because that's just good eating there. So you get your thing going on there. And then I'll put both of you back. We got to get off this map. We got to get out of here. Okay, so Clean Sweeper 1 is back up and running. Night, yeah, if you want to have some insect jelly, that's cool. In fact, on your way back, why don't you gather all of this? Do you need more repair? Yeah, you kind of do. We can cover that later. Could you, Knife, could you haul all of this? Thank you. Get all of that and all of that. Thank you very much. Okay, that happened. Good thing I've got 2 pregnant mastodons. That's what I say. I do. Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually around 1 o'clock. Good thing I've got 2 pregnant mastodons. Mrs. Dave is getting really sick of that. Good thing she's usually at work when I say it. But then I text it to her and it annoys her. Okay. Space Church now is the problem. Because now everyone's going to get fussy that they don't have a Space Church. Hi. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Buzzkill. I never actually worked out what Igor does for a living around here. A little bit of everything. Cleaning. We have a kid Roomba now. So, between the kid and the Roomba, then we're in good shape. Okay. Space Church. What am I supposed to do with this information? Can we move this, please? No, that's a wall lamp. Can we move this, please? Reinstall that. Wow, I have no space in this place. Over here for right now. This might have to be the Space Church. And somebody's going to have to make a form of steel, apparently. So make a form of steel. Yay! Form of steel. Super Friends thing. If you got that reference, boy, are you on the right channel. You can make it out of steel. You know what? You can make this thing out of obsidian. Because that would be so metal. That would be awesome. Oh, just this metal. So, what am I going to do with Space Church? It's got to be in here. That's going to have to be the Space Church for the space people with Space Church things. What is our space theology? I don't know. I paid no attention to it. Apparently, we're into hypersteelism. So, what is hypersteelism? Body mod approved. Good. Good. It seems to be, yeah, it's a transhumanist one. It's actually not that bad. Human primacy is not great because they don't like other xenotypes. Apart from human primacy, I might have picked this myself. Transhumanists and loyalists, that's cool. So do you, like S.H.I.E.L.D., you're in the Outlaw Creed, and I bet you don't like the fact that people don't like you. No. How about people who are actually into this? Slept in the cold. Yeah, that's going to happen around here. Are you into this nonsense? No, you're into a completely different thing. How many people believe in this ridiculous nonsense? I think it's just a hook. Why are we making a whole church just for DeHook? Oh, because there's 3 of them. These guys walked in with it. Okay, these guys walked in with, wow, way to convert a town. And he's like, yeah, we'd love to join your town. Oh, by the way, you now believe in our religion because we outnumber you. That's pretty much how most religions work, actually. All right, we'll work on your form of steel nonsense, Paul. Paul, do you have any bits on you that need replacing? Because you're into that. Want neural supercharge, missing form of steel, transhumanist modded. Really? With what? Oh, nothing at all. You have no... Does that really count as a mod? The fact that you have hearing loss? I'll get you an ear, if you want. I can probably whip you up a cochlear implant. That can't be that hard. How hard can it be to make an ear? Yeah, make one of these. I said make one of these, Paul. I'll write it down later. Okay, we got to get out of here. This map is bunk. I might just abandon all of this. How long until this is going to be done? It's only 17% grown. Am I really losing anything if we leave now? Have I largely dealt with my bug problem, though? Oh, by the way, Dave, don't forget to put those guys back on the no bug zone. So that, they don't go into bug zone. Or I could just do a systematic extermination. We're not bad against bugs. We're pretty heavily armed, and we've got, well, at this point, 3 mastodons, not 4. A systemic annihilation of all life on the map. I mean, you're not really ever going to go wrong with that. History shows us that. Well, my history, anyway. That's not a bad idea. Do they consider anomaly mutations as modifications? I believe they do. That's a really good question, Umka. My answer is I believe the answer is yes. I'm like 87% sure that is the correct answer to that. that any sort of modification, and I guess we're even counting we're counting hearing loss or drug addiction as a mod. You need Go Juice. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. So you had Go Juice 9.4 days ago. Okay, so we've got a while on that. I don't know how to make Go Juice. So let's get started on that. We've done bioferrite extraction. How are we studying anomaly stuff? Oh, maybe that was a book. I probably got a book for that. Okay. So go to Go Juice production. What do I need to make that? Neutroamine and Yayo. All right. Fidgety. Not the easiest stuff to acquire. And you know where I'm not going to acquire that? In space. All right. So this is going to have to be the holy church of whatever nonsense Paul agrees with. That's like, you know what? Okay. That I've been striving for years to come up with a name for my religion, because you know I'm going to start one. You know there's a cult leader in here somewhere. And you know, you think it's going to be Todd the Spicy, but that's too easy. The Holy Church of whatever it is Paul agrees with. That's the name of my church now. Yep, go ahead. I want to start promoting that. I don't know what my holy symbol is going to be, but it's going to be the Holy Church of whatever Paul agrees with. I'm going to start promoting this. Give me like 5 to 7 years, and I've got something going on with this. You knew there was a cult leader in here somewhere. The Holy Church of whatever it is Paul agrees with. Cool, we're in. Done. It's not going to be a very active church. We're just going to go, whatever. But it'll be very friendly, and you'll like us. Okay, get things going a little bit faster here. And we can get another mech going. That'd be a great start. So how about a... I've got 2 more things. So get a constructoid going, which I don't really need right now. Really need. But where is the damaged one? Yeah, the clean sweeper. Knife, can you continue to repair your clean sweeper, please? Because I kind of need that thing getting the mastodon poop out of here. There's a lot of it. There's an exceptional amount of it. It's just, it's shocking, really. Does anyone actually do art? Is anyone going to be on that? Not really. I do not have a very artsy group here. Okay, it's going to be a while before we get this nonsense put together for this thing. For the Holy Church of whatever it is Paul agrees with. He's going to have to chill on that. Hopefully they're not very aggro about these things. But it will make him sad for a little while. I could... This light doesn't need to be right here. I could shove another shelf in there. That speaks to me. That could be a thing that happens. And, oh wow, you're already on the new mech. That's fantastic. I'll get an agrihand after that, because that'll take some of the load off of everyone else when we land somewhere new. Okay, what is my best next move? Maybe I just kind of keep up a little bit with the chem fuel. Actually, I'm seeing... How much chem fuel do I think I have? So, chem fuel. Show me. Oh, quite a bit more than I thought. Okay, I have quite a lot of chem fuel. I don't really think I need chem fuel right now. Let's not worry about that. Could maybe get another battery going somewhere. Not sure where. I mean, here would be great, but then now this has to be the Holy Church of whatever it is Paul agrees with. Thanks, Paul. You're making your own ear, which is ironic. Is that irony? We need to get the kid vac suit done. So, okay, shield's not actually doing anything. Paul, could you stop doing that? And shield, could you continue? No, don't clean the workshop. No, don't work at the machining table. I want you to finish your thing. You got to finish the vac suit. Apparently, Paul's taken over here. Paul's like, my church is not being respected here, so I'm going to make an ear. We're working on more mastodons. Don't worry about that. I got 2 pregnant mastodons, which is more than I need. I only needed the 1. But Bunny here has been very busy with Flock of Seagulls and Fish. It's a shame to lose Paul Stanley. He was one of my favorites. But there it is. We've done it. And those bugs are no longer a problem. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? You're wandering. Find something to lift. And also, did I put you in the right zone? No, you need to be in the no-bug zone. Find something to lift, and then bring it somewhere else. What is this made out of? Maybe we could deconstruct this. Granite wall. Sure. You know what? Just deconstruct some things. It'll give the team something to do. So deconstruct all of that. Oh, actually, that's fine. You can deconstruct that. It's an ancient fence. Yeah, just go deconstruct it. The kid vac suit is done. Great. So that should be all the vac suits we need to go into space. I think I've actually got some extras. We have more, but some of them are garbage. So, again, the team was going to be, one more time here, definitely Thule and the kid. Even though the kid's terrible at mining, it'll make them better. Maybe Paul. Paul's got a 3. That's about the best I'm going to get. I don't necessarily want Bertha or Stench to do it, because they do so many other things. Although they are just going to be kind of limited to the ship. Of the people I just named, do any of them do, like, hardcore crafting? Paul does. Paul definitely does. So, to Hook, no, you're kind of my master crafter. So, if you're stuck in the ship, you can get a lot of stuff done. That will be pleasant to me. Okay, I'm kind of ready to blow off this map and just bolt. I think I'm going to do that. I can't see a reason to stay here. We're just in Bug Central. I don't really care. Like, what's my food like? It's not ideal, but it'll do for right now. That we've done the plate armor. That's awesome. Cool. I'll give that to somebody at a point. Just start deconstructing things. We're out. I'm not even going to waste time here. So deconstruct all of these things. We'll get the components out of them. That's really all I care about. When we get into space, I've still got a solid amount of steel that we can use to get solar panels up and running quickly. Although, wherever we go after that, I've got to think about getting some more steel because it's starting to run a little low. I keep blowing out of maps without gathering it, and that's fine. It's just now I kind of am beginning to need it. Paul, you're working on your thing. Okay, that's your ear. Yeah, it says your ear. Paul, it's your ear. Never mind, I'll write it down. Okay, we're out. As soon as this is done, we are out of here. We're going into space. I said I was going to go into space today, and I meant it. We are going into space. I just need everyone to kind of do their thing. You guys kind of like do your jam here. All right, things are starting to happen down here. Shield's getting this one deconstructed. Looks like the Hook's coming down to do another one. Yeah, don't, you know what? Don't sweat this stuff, guys. Just cancel all of that. We don't need any of that done. Don't worry about any of that. Just focus on the important stuff. This is all good. Thule's did something. Oh, Thule's gathering the components. Good. That's the only thing I was worried about is the components. Another thing I'm running a little bit shy on is components. We are using them up at a frightening pace now. A frightening pace. Why is this glowing? Is this broken? Why is this sparkly? That makes me nervous. Oh, that's a component. Wait a minute. Did we do laser somewhere? No, the beam repeater's right here. Guys, we got to get that done. Paul. The thing is, Paul's going to be out doing the mining. That's the problem there. We made a longsword, made an obsidian longsword. Hey, who was doing, you have an obsidian mace. Shield has the plasteel spear. That is actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Paul, you have a steel knife. That's dumb. That's really dumb. And you can shoot. You need a gun. I wonder if there's any enemies on asteroids. Huh. Didn't think of that, did you, Dave? Go get this rifle for right now. And then safety save. Oh, hell no. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, we'll definitely do that. Okay, there's 4 components right there. Thule, what are you doing? You're cooking some meals. That's cool. To Hook, you're hauling steel. Oh, never mind. I think the Mastodon's on it. Yeah, the Mastodons have got it. We're collecting all this. This is fine. And Shield is almost done with that one. Hey, Shield, instead of that, can you grab the components? Those are actually slightly more important. Okay, that's all coming in. I'm going to give him like a couple of seconds to go get some of that steel. And then we are out of here. DeHook's going to have a quick snack and then whine about not having a table to eat it at. Shield's picking that up. Thule's going to go get some more stuff. And we're all ready to go. Oh, we've done the cochlear implant. Okay, so tomorrow, somebody's going to need to remind me that we did an ear for Paul, because I will not remember that. It's simply not going to happen. More importantly, Paul's working on his laser. Okay, cool. What is the difference in gun compared to gun? Excellent question. Question for the philosophers, really. I think... Oh, we've done the Constructoid. Everything's popping off right now. We've done Go Juice. Sure. Don't know. You know what? Do Pemmican. I can't think right now. So we're very excited because we're going to space now. Yeah, we're going to space is what we're doing here. Tanks are all full. Right. Yep. Batteries are draining rapidly. And maybe Knife, if you could just kind of quickly wake up. You know what? Don't worry about it, Knife. We're going to space. We're out. So Launch. Yep, everyone's on board. Don't do any of that. I know we don't have visitors, but just in case. Okay, everybody begin. Craft ship launch has begun. All right, we are going to space. This is happening. I'm out. Okay, go to orbit. Go to my rock. I want to land here. This is my plan. Yes. All right, what do we got? Hang on. Orbital locations are dangerous. Make sure you're prepared. I don't have enough heat, and I don't have enough oxygen. That is a fair point. You know what? That is a fair point. We could build some while we're there. How much do I want to risk this? Okay. Go back. We're just going to bang out some things real quick. Hang on. Everybody stop. Put up... Do this. Put up 2 chem fuel generators. 1. Don't put 1 there because it's going to block the thing. 2. And give me some power in there. All right. And then start putting up mad, crazy, ridiculous heat. Just don't slap anything down just because you're desperate to go into space, Dave. Actually have a think about what you're doing here. That one could live right there. That's a good spot. There's no heat over here. That could be a good spot. This could use a vent to get that heat moving around. So give me a vent in here. All right. And then go back to heat. So we could have a heater, say... Can I get this in a room somewhere? Yeah, put that in there. And then this is going to suck up so much power. Put 1 there, because they can just step right over. That's not going to bork pathing in any way. And then maybe 1 in this room. Okay, that's a lot of heat. And then apparently I need oxygen. Apparently I need all the oxygen around here. So probably in the hospital. That's a great place to have oxygen. Everybody likes having oxygen. Maybe 1 there. That doesn't really get to the vents, though, does it? I put 1 right outside the airlock, but let's do 1, say, maybe... Can I get 1, like, in here? Like, put 1 down there. Put all of that together, and then we'll see what the game tells me if I'm still shy on things. It may or may not be. All right, I probably should have test-driven that. Bulk goods trader. Oh, okay, cool. You're probably all going to die to bugs. Yeah, you're all going to die to bugs. Yeah, you got a lot of bugs down there, Chief. You seem to have broadly dealt with them. Yeah, you got bugs, dude. I'd love to come and help you, but I'm not going to. Well, you dealt with the problem. We can have all of that. You know what? Let's extend the no bug zone into there. So, extend no bugs. Because this is actually pretty clear now. Let's go down into here. New lovers. Wait. Shield and Thule? Oh, that's adorable. Good for you, you crazy kids. Do they want to sleep together? I don't think we can do that in this religion. Okay, well, they're very keen on each other. If they get married, that'll be an extra bedroom. Maybe temporarily replace non-airlock doors with hull. Possibly not the worst idea in the world. Let's not get into space and then, like, we can't survive there. We instantly die. So, where's my actual air? Okay, that's my airlock up there. Let's get rid of this one and get rid of this one. I think those are my only other 2 doors going outside. Royal Tribute Collector, that's cool. Are you guys coming up here? Yeah, you are. All right, neato. Who talks to people at all? Bertha. Bertha, go chit-chat to these people. They beat up all the bugs. It was very fun. Yep, trade that. Are you guys going down to collect stuff? Okay, like, don't be bummed out by the rest of the bugs. Like, don't encounter them. I see we're getting all the royal jelly, though. All right, what do we got? I don't suppose you have any, like, drugs that people need, do you? No, not really. You've got some cloth. I could finish out the shag carpet. I can sell you so many of these. How much money have you got? You've got 1,000. Okay. I'm going to basically dump most of this stuff. What else do you have? You got some herbal medicine. I might take that off of you. Not that. Not selling you my fish. No way. Not in my world. You got some clothes, so do I. You can have some of these, like, really bunk ones. What else we got down here? Some sculptures. No, I'll probably keep that. I'm already way up on the game here, so what do I want to take off of you? Not any yaks. I've already got mastodons. I could take a single duck. A part of me wants to do that. Just have a solo duck wandering around. But no, we won't do that. I'll take, like, a bunch of cloth. Because there's my shag carpeting right there. You don't really have anything. No, maybe some herbal medicine? Just for having it? It's better to have it than not have it. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just take that, thank you. That's good. So now I get my shag carpeting done, which is very, very important. So let's get that pinned together. After all of this, the going to space nonsense is nothing compared to my shag carpet. So that can finally get done, and so can all of that. And I think there might be a bit in there. And, I don't know, maybe like there. I don't know. Just do nothing at all. Don't do that, actually. That was very, very silly. So let's get this done. Bertha, I think, is already working on this. Yeah, she's got that covered. So go ahead and do that, and then let's replace that with a hull. Like that. And how about the other one over here? We're still kind of not getting over there right now. Okay. So we're gonna put all this together. I didn't get into space today, but I'm definitely getting into space tomorrow. We're gonna put all of this together, and then see if the game tells me I'm not okay to go into space. Because I feel like I put a lot of heat and oxygen around here. Maybe even more than I actually need. But we'll see. I suppose, from a mechanical standpoint, we should double wall the entire ship. But that's... Well, first of all, I can't. I don't have grav-light panels. I mean, I suppose I could do it from the inside out, but that would be a massive reorganization that I'm simply not prepared to do. That's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I suppose like anything where you're fighting cold, you should probably double wall everything. But, hey, Stench, could you actually specifically focus on this door, please? Because I'd love to get that in play. Yeah, no, the duck does need a pen, Bresme. We're not taking the duck. I mean, buying a duck is an interesting idea, but I wasn't actually being super serious about that one. We're just going to not have ducks. That's my plan. My plan for ducks is to not actually have ducks, and then that could go in there. Okay. That's the new plan is not going into space today, but definitely going into space tomorrow. That's totally, totally happening. I just need the game to tell me that I've got enough stuff. We've got a Constructoid ready to go. Good, because Constructoids, I bet, can go into space. I would have no problem sending a Constructoid out there. It doesn't need oxygen. It doesn't care how cold it is. So that's really good. An exotic goods trader. Okay, hang on. I'm really trying to wrap this stream up, game, but now I've got to deal with this. Call KB. See what they've got going on. Do they have any hardcore narcotics? Because I would be very interested in that. I would be super interested in that. They don't have the ones I need. No. I need the go juice from a man there. All right, what are you willing to buy? I could definitely sell those statues to these guys. So you can have all of those. All right, and then you got some gold. I have several mastodon tusks. I've lost a lot of mastodons. You can have those. Bionic heart tongue. Or an architect... Well, I can't afford the architect leg, but it's a nice idea. Bionic tongue, not so much. What have you got for books? The testimonies, that's melee up. Bioferrite shaping. And you'll go insane reading it. Guide to... Wait, what was that? Guide to... No. Where did I see that? Communication. Is that social? Oh, social and medical? Oh, sold. Absolutely sold. We're not a very social group around here. Lonesomeness, that's just recreation. Flat screen television. Yeah, why not? You know what? We'll just passively learn that. And skill trainers are animals. I think we're okay with that. Shield core. Ooh. Oh. Craft some other usable shield items. I feel like I should have one of these. I feel like I should have this. This seems like something I should own. I'm going to own that. And then I'll reconvene on that later. And I know I need some neutroamine to make the narcotic thing. So I'll get a little bit more of that. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Then I'm slamming it into pause mode before something else happens. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up there. Obviously tomorrow, hopefully, we're in space. Not hopefully. We are going to space tomorrow. I don't care what it takes. We are going to space tomorrow. All right, this is going to happen. We're so close at this point. I just need the game to tell me it's okay to do it. So guys, I'll check out there. I'll let you guys get on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly for you. I look forward to this every single day. You guys never disappoint. I have an amazing time doing this, and hopefully you have a good time doing it too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye.